People think I have with me Kemi Oyesola. Sola or Shola?
Shola.
Shola. Everybody knows her as Coach Kemi or Coach K. Welcome to Signals.
Thank you, Oshodi. Thank you. It's awesome to be here. I love radio, love radio, love radio.
So welcome to radio.
Yeah.
Now, quickly, let's talk about how to think. We're discussing mind matters.
Yes.
And you're a grandma.
Yes.
Nice. So the grandmas has to be on their toes. But when our parents and grandmas, because I also grew up with grandmas, so I know when they tend you to, they don't think life well. Yes. When they say that to us, what do they really mean?
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't hear that.
We heard that. We're plenty that heard that.
That was way after my time. But I know they don't mean what I teach, in quote. But I do know they mean take some time and go and think seriously about whatever has just transpired that has caused them to say, go and think about your life. Go and think seriously about what we are discussing or what you've just done. It's not just just go and do this, No. It's sit down and think seriously, and forget thinking seriously. Thinking at all is not done anymore. People just talk about mindset. But what sets that mind are your thoughts, and you are in control of those thoughts. Nobody else controls what you think. No one can determine what you choose to think. So I might slap you now, and you want to slap me back. That's a thought you had. You can't point at me and say it's because of you that I'm slapping you back. No, it's not. It's because you chose to. Because you could also walk away, but you chose not to. So.
Okay, so why I had to go down that route is for somebody like people who are staying with people, and when an adult scolds a young person, their mind is roughly like, let me go and kill myself. You know that I want to be alone. Let me pack my things and be going. How then do we quickly tell the person that when they ask you to go and think, this is what you should think about?
How do you quickly tell the person?
Yes.
May I stand?
Yes, go ahead. Oh, you stand?
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
don't know how that works.
No, don't worry. Just go ahead.
You can't quit. I don't think it's unfortunate, but the way God has made us is such that you are in control of whether you're going to kill yourself or not. I'm sorry. It's true. I was suicidal twice when I was still married. I'm divorced now. And I remember, people say they hear a voice, What voice? I too heard voice, so there was no madness voice. It was voice that said, so you want to kill yourself? Okay, go ahead. That person that you want to, that's brought you must be a very strong person. I remember hearing, I'm a Christian, and I thought,
so what?
Who's that? I said, no, nobody's strong enough. He said, but you are about to jump. That person must have Agbara, must be really strong. I was so angry. I went back into my house. So you can choose to hear whatever voice you want to hear. You can train yourself to hear whatever you want to hear. You can choose to live or choose to die. I apologize, but that's the truth. Nobody can quickly tell you anything. You've got to decide. You can choose to be ignorant or choose to get the knowledge that erases that ignorance. Because every person has been given free will, freedom, free whatever. Remember Mandela? He was in jail for 27 years. If you go and read it up, they bribed him, they begged him, they offered him houses, money. Just stop this thing you are doing. Stop it. And we just released you. He said no. Could they change his mind? No. Nobody can change your mind. So we need to wake up and decide, am I going to remain, as you're listening to me now, am I going to remain ignorant? Am I going to listen to this woman? Am I just going to do what I like? That's up to you. And guess what? Life will go on if you die. Life will go on if you live. That always gets me. So I say, okay, Kemi, carry on. I hope that's somebody.
Yes, and you talked about thinking. How on earth did you, or it says, how did you
come to
that thinking? Okay. So thinking, when something is awful, right?
Yes.
Then the thought. Yes. So how?
So this is the example. I remember I was
you went to
somewhere.
go and cause trouble.
kinda. And I said, everybody, take some time, keep quiet. And they, okay, quiet. I said, now this is what I want you to do. I want you to breathe in. And they were, you can breathe out.
Okay.
I said, did you smell it? Did you smell it? And they're like, what? I said, you're stinking thinking. It stinks, doesn't it? And everybody cracked up. You see, when your thoughts stink are the thoughts that don't serve you. Do you know that the emotion or the thought of love is greater and more powerful than thought of hate? The thought of peace is more powerful than thought of frustration. The latter slows you down, messes you up. The first one, love, you are at peace, you are at peace, you are empowered. You know, those are strong emotions. They are stronger than the others. So it's up to you to think right. If you want to think wrong, that's your choice. It's still your choice. But because you are used to thinking wrong, you say, I can't help it. Who is going to help it for you? It's only going to open your brain. Even if they open your brain and they insert themselves, you still have control and command over what happens to your neurons, what happens to your protons, what happens to your cell. Guess what? For those of you who are Christians and who have ceased thinking, because many people in church do not think anymore. They just hear the pastor say, this is the year of greatness. And everybody just repeats like lemmings, like victims, like slaves. This is the year of greatness. Woo! And you are not great. You've been going to the same retreat for 20-something years and you are still in the same place. Money was about to drop and it missed and you just accepted it. Listen, I was about to say something. Listen, for those of you who don't think, do you know what it means? Can two work together? Something has happened.
Okay,
can two work together except they be agreed? Do you know that means your cells must work together? They must agree. The lowest or the tiniest form of life is your cell. You know, when you cut a bit of your skin, your blood, whatever, everything is made up of a cell. Unless your cells agree, what you desire will never happen. I was speaking to the cab man that came and a thought came to me and I said, oh, should I say yes, I always speak to the cab guys, tell them they're going to make a lot of money. So I said, let me tell them this one. And I said, let me tell him this. So I said, do you pray? Are you a Christian Muslim? I said, it doesn't matter what you are. You pray. He said, yes. So he prays. I said, please, when you finish praying, don't get up from because you didn't say, God, kill me today. Don't take money from me. You didn't pray like that. You said, Lord, I want money. Make me strong. And then you get up from your knees, you get into your cab, and then there is an accident to there. Look at these crazy people. You see, that's the end of my life. Oh my God. Oh, am I going to make money today? That's how some of us do it. But your mouth that said, bless me and make me money is the same mouth. They say, I cannot make money. Stop it now. And then you expect God to answer you. Then there was something else he said that I've never talked about. He said, but you know what? This is when I pray, and if I get into traffic, when I say, God, I don't want traffic, I just want to be going so I could get clients. He said that once I'm in that traffic, I just say, this traffic is going to do something for me. So I say, it's a lie. That's nonsense. Stop it. You don't know. You already prayed. If you knew how to get what you wanted, you would have got it yourself. So why are you praying? Since you can, you prayed a particular way. Stick with it. I said, what if you have a child and you're going to give the child food, and the child is hungry at 4 o'clock. He should have eaten at 2, and you haven't given that child food. And so what do you do? The child starts saying, I know this hunger is going to fill me. There is a purpose. Stop it. He asked for food from daddy and mommy. That's all he should stick to. So stick to what you have prayed. Stop engaging in stinking thinking. Stop it. Stick to what you have prayed. So if there is traffic, it does not mean God is going to use the traffic to bless you. That's not what you asked for. Stick to what you've asked for. Don't descend into stinking thinking, and you have the authority, the capacity to do that. Do it.
Okay.
Take responsibility.
Somebody just sent me a message. The lady is shaking tables. You have not you just need to understand what I am in right here in the studio. She has been shattering. No, she's been shattering tables since. I said, okay, because we're discussing mind matters, right? And you've spoken about choice. Now, people say they don't have a choice.
Okay.
How do we address they don't have a choice? Because 2 days ago I was myself and I was saying people don't have a choice because they're being caged. How do they break out of that barrier? of, okay, so this is my life, this is what I need to do with it. And some will tell you there was no choice. Like, you see the way I'm looking at it, that's the way I was having that back and forth with myself. And that's the reality for so many other people too. They always say that they don't have a choice. How then do we tell people that they truly have a choice in the midst of sentiments, in the midst of cultural barriers, in the midst of all of that? How then do people come alive?
You know, I went on ChatGPT. That's a powerful question. I went on ChatGPT. Don't use it too often. It stops you from thinking.
Okay. I'm coming.
It really does. So I asked ChatGPT. I said, give me 10 differences between a victim and a victor. Give me 10. And I said, give me 50 more. Give me 50. Which one are you? Wake up. Which one are you? Are you a victim of your culture? A victim of the narrative around you? Or are you going to wake up? Because frankly, awake thou that sleepest. Awake. Wake up. My people perish for a lack of knowledge. Notice, it doesn't say the people that don't know God, and everybody knows God. Even the atheist knows there is a God. That's why it says there is no God. If there was no God, why did he say there is no God? So,
okay.
Awake thou that sleepest. He says, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. His own people, the people that quote scripture, and then they're dancing in Jesus' name. It's not your dancing and you're screaming, hey, ooh, that I used to do all these things, so I know of whence I speak. Listen, wake up. The day I decided I am no longer, and every day I decide I'm not going to be a victim. I'm not going to be a victim of, there isn't a 50 billion naira in my account, that means I don't have it. I'm not a victim of that. That's stinking thinking. It is there. There's something I'm about to do called, to mark my 60th, it is called Thinking Spiritually. It's just 5 days. I think you'll find it somewhere on my website. You'll find it on Facebook. Thinking Spiritually is how to think spiritually. Listen, I've decided that since God created what I see, that I see, from what I do not see, and I have his divine nature, and I was created in his image and likeness. Not like you, I know I look like mommy and daddy, but there is a greater power, and that I have his divine nature, then I'm like him. Since he created what I see out of what I do not see, me too, I'm doing the same thing. And that is in his thinking. What did he do? He moved over the face of the deep. I'm not teaching you theology, I'm teaching you how to think. Look at it and do the same thing. There are people who have been healed of diseases simply by thinking, I can't have this, so this is not for me. No. So many of us, by the stripes of Jesus, but then you say, oh God, the doctor said, which one are you believing? You can't be divisive. So you have a choice. So you are not a victim. You have a choice if you choose to have a choice. Mandela chose to have a choice. And he was locked up, physically locked up. He didn't try to escape. When they got fed up, he was made the president of South Africa for as many years as it was. But he was physically locked up. That man was not in jail in his mind. He was only in jail around him. If you are in jail in your mind, you are in jail. Oh. Because some of us are not locked up, but we are in jail. We put ourselves in jail. We lock ourselves up. Then through the bars of the prison gate, we throw the key away. I will say, I'm a victim. Wake up. You may be afraid. Talk to people like me. Talk to people like Oshodi. Wake up. Look for coaches and pay. Stop looking for free. There's something I say to my fellow coaches. When they say, we should reduce the price so people can pay. No. You are keeping them in their poverty. You are saying to them, you can never have more than this amount of money. So I've reduced it for you. That's why many of us Nigerians, and Nigeria is us. Yes. Nigeria is not the soil and the gate, it's us. So you say you want to change Nigeria, you start to change, then together as we're all changing. You won't find too many people, but some of us will come together with you. I'm one of them. So if you say nonsense around me about Nigeria, short of burying you alive, I just won't hear you. I won't let you carry on that kind of conversation with me. So you decide. Go and get coaches. Go and get consultants. Don't get fools. Speak with people. Change your environment of people. Because if they are talking like you, thinking like you, then you are not growing. So you do have a choice. How can you not have a choice? How can you not have a choice? Don't let me be upset. Oh, how will you not have a choice? What nonsense? Are you a victim? Even animals have choices. They do. And you, human. I'm sorry.
No. So when you say that animals have a choice, it reminds me of a part of the good book that says that if you won't serve me, I'll reach stones.
Yes.
Okay, so it signals at 91.3. If you have questions, comments, send us a WhatsApp message or call us 0809 234 5913. Now, we're discussing mind matters with Kemi Oyesola. And please, when are you going to be 60 again? In 5 days? That's
July 21st, next Sunday, not this Sunday.
Okay, so happy birthday in advance. Thank you that you are telling me now. So it's happy 60th birthday.
Thank
now,
you.
Looking to 60.
Yes.
Yeah, in a couple of days. Yes. How does it feel? From let's say 16. Yes. Let's walk through that mind. Who has decided not to become a victim? I asked somebody yesterday.
Really?
Yes. So how does it feel to be 60?
I was a victim for many decades.
Okay.
I was a victim for many decades, up to my 40s, 50s. At least since till 2008, which is when I started how to think. Exactly a week after we met, my mom died. Okay. And I was caring for her. It stopped again. I was caring for her. And I was with her till her last breath. So that kind of took me off. But you see, I tell you, you are a spirit. All this one is just a tent. This is just a tent. What do you do to tents? Do you go and hug the tent, or do you hug the person inside the tent?
You hug the
so
person.
it hurt, but you see, it's changed my life. My mom died on the 6th of June 2024. Barely 5 weeks before my 60th.
Whoa.
But it changed me. As a matter of fact, that I was grieving. This is the first.
Thank
this
you.
The first.
Thank
I
you.
think. In fact, when I was reminded of the date, I said, "Can I do this?" I said, "Yeah, come on, girl. You're much better. You're stronger now."
Thank
you.
The
difference is, you're most welcome, ma'am. The way you approached me was enough. I can't forget you. The difference is, I can accomplish anything I want to accomplish at any age. If I persist in thinking right, I will get anything I want done. I am not a product of my genes. I'm a product of my thinking. Because your thoughts, according to epigenetics, change the way your genes work. They don't change your genes, they just change the way it works. I was listening to something today, and he said, do you know, there's a gene for being a genius? There's a gene for being a billionaire. I said, wait a minute. You have an open check. It's an open check. Who do you want to become? What do you want to become? Where do you want to go? What do you want to achieve? And it was barely 24 hours. My mom died in the morning. Barely 24 hours. I was out working out, and I just heard, you have finished your first mission. Get on to your second mission. What's my second mission? How to think. Bringing in a national thinking strategy for this nation. That's what we are doing. And I said, pardon? And all of a sudden, it was like, everything just became easy. I can't describe it. All I know is, I'm not stopping anymore. I'm not because I'm turning 60. I'm not thinking like, hey, how many years do I have left? You can't be thinking like that. How many years do you want? And what do you want to do in those years? Are you here to pass time? Are you here to impact? The kind of impact that you leave an imprint. As if they put wet cement and you put your foot in it and nobody ever changes it. You leave an imprint on the lives of people. You do it fearlessly. I remember I said to my brother when I arrived, I want to get into politics, women, young people. He said, Kemi, they will kill you. I looked at him, I thought, what's he talking? He said, they will kill you. I thought on it, I came back, I said, you cannot kill a dead woman. I am dead. It's a way of thinking. I am so dead. I am fearless. So all those things that have been on your heart to do for years, and you are getting stop signs, or it just wasn't working, or the money just wasn't there. That's what has happened to me from 16 to 60. I felt like a pariah. I felt like I'm nothing. I don't have money. I don't have this. I don't have that. Look at me. I failed here. Now it's like that was training ground, which I was told earlier. Now just forge ahead fearlessly. I am dead. Though. If you are not dead, you can't do it. So I'm glad to be dead at this age.
Okay.
Spiritually dead, you understand?
See, so there are two things running through my mind, right? Apart from even being my mother's namesake, is the fact that woman used to trouble me. She still trouble me as soon as.
Good woman.
Now, for people who are, so you're going to address two markets for me. Now, younger women who are really trying to navigate life. Now, that's one. And older women who think that they've done, you know what I'm talking about. I still told the person that is very close to me, I told her, stay alive for yourself. She thought I was joking. I used to tell her for a very long time.
Stay alive for yourself.
Right? I've been telling her for a very long time. But there are a lot of women who have not been able to muster enough courage like you have. And yes, your own demographic is 1% out of the 1%. So how do 1% of your 1% address other older women?
Wow.
Yeah, other older women who want to just start a little bit. Beyond forwarding messages to us on WhatsApp, as per we have to get it. Right? But having to begin to live again.
Yeah.
Because they'll tell you that the woman's life is always after kids, what is she doing and all of that. A friend of mine posted her mom on her WhatsApp status, and another younger woman was like, and you see the way you package that? And for some reason, my friend knows what I could say. And I'm like, women have to live again. They have to live again because they have sacrificed their lives. They've done everything, feeding, laundering, everything. How then do they begin to pick? Because they first, a daughter, a young girl, a woman, a wife, a corporate person, not even, shout out to all the working moms. Yeah, you have and to the housewives, you guys are doing amazing jobs.
You can't
so
pay them.
You can't, so how then do they begin to see themselves? Because a woman who has given birth to 2 kids is like, what's next for my life? She has produced 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 kids, and they can't seem to get to the other side. So,
to the young woman.
Women, yes.
Yeah,
so
to the young woman, first of all, you're not defined by your sexuality or your gender. Or not sexuality, your gender. You're not defined by your gender.
Possible. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Good morning. Quickly.
Yeah, good morning. I love your conversation.
Thank you very much. Your name or where you calling us from?
This is Mr. Tony calling from Oshodi, Papa.
Tony, okay. Question or comment?
Yeah, my comment is, fine. Thinking is very, very good, but thinking without God's direction is a total failure.
Thank you very much.
You need God to direct you.
Thank you.
Sometimes you're thinking, and again, very to say, sometimes your well-being might not be okay, and it also affects your thinking. There are times you have malaria or you're not fine, and your thinking might not be fine.
True that.
If you are thinking you are sick or mentally not stable, you're in trouble. Your action might be a total failure.
Thank you very much.
We need to be careful when we think.
Thank you so much. If you have questions, comment, please send it to WhatsApp 009-234-5913. I'm asking you to send WhatsApp message because I don't want to stop her train of thought because she's moving. So let me quickly catch it. Oh yeah.
All right. So I'll come back to that. Thank you for that, Mr. Tony, because that's one of the things that have limited us. We live lives of limitation because of how we have been taught in church. I have been born again since the age of 14. How many years is that? That's 46 years when I'm 60. It's not a walk in the park. So I know from whence I speak, how I speak, why I speak this way. Every time you, without the help of God, you are called by his name, you are made in his image. It's like saying, without the help of your mom and your dad, but they gave birth to you. You're already human. God gave birth to you. You're already spirit. Spirits don't have limitations. Now, he said, ye are gods. What do you mean by the help of God? You can only live at the level of your awareness or your consciousness. If you are unaware and you are not conscious that ye are gods, that he has given you his divine nature, how else are you going to think but like a human being? Or you will go, oh, I need the... So how do you get the influence of God or the help of God? How? There are many of us praying and we're walking away from our prayer. God help us. Or we are saying God will help us. And you are leaving his help. And you're saying God has not come. Leave God alone, oh. Leave God alone. He says, he that is joined to the Lord is one spirit with him. You're joined with him. You're already one spirit. How can you think differently? It's not possible. But because you're unaware and you're unconscious of the power you have, you just live at a level of limitation. Let me tell you what limitation is defined as: thinking like a human being. Not thinking at the level of spirit that you are. Genesis 1. He created man in his image and after his likeness. Then Genesis 2, and God formed man. I said, what? I said, he just created him and you talked to him. You said, be fruitful, multiply, replenish, subdue, and dominate. I said, but wait, who are you creating again? Then I looked again. He put on the tent because spirits are invisible. He used flesh to cover your spirit. Then he breathed into you and you became a living soul. You were not a living soul at spirit level. You were a complete God level. But what we've been taught to do is to accept what we see. That's our limitation. Do you see gravity? No. It's stopped again. Do you see gravity? No. Does it stop working because you don't see it? No. So why are you talking like this is all you have? Oh my goodness. If all we could have, if you had a dream, where do you think dreams come from? Where do you think desires come from? You can dream, you can desire. I don't mean dreams when you're asleep. That works too. But when you just have desires, where do you think they come from? They come from within you. But do you think they exist? They do. You cannot dream about what does not exist. It's not possible.
Okay, so back to young women.
Yes, young women. Sorry. I had not forgotten. Young women, seriously, I need to say it again. Wake up. Decide what narrative you're going to listen to. You're going to grasp. Pick up books. Pick up books. I was in university in the 80s. There were some textbooks we didn't have. We went to the library. Only the library had it. We photocopied 400 and something pages. We photocopied. Don't tell me it's another limitation. I don't have the money for it. But you have the money to eat. You have the money to sit back. You have the money to buy this drink. You have the money with your friends. Wake up. You are not non-entities. You are powerhouses. Can you imagine men without us? It's not possible. And if all you are doing as a young woman is having a boyfriend, give me iPhone now, you haven't even given me money since, you're not serious, it's not your daddy. He didn't give birth to you. Wake up and create something that you will be proud of and he will say, that's my woman. Do you know what she just did? She just sold a sofa. I don't care what you do. Go and get something done. Older women, it's a number, it's an age. It's not a definition of you. That after children, what do I do? That's a narrative. If you have a desire on the inside of you, and let me tell you, everyone is born with a desire. Everyone is born with a destiny. There's something burning in every single one of us that we have not acted on. You know what I decided? I decided I'm not going to be talking small again. You know, I've already visualized here. I don't go anywhere. I don't start my day without seeing how the day will go. This is how I want it to go. This is how I decree it will go. This is how I've established it. And an hour does not pass without my meditating like God did. He moved over the face of the deep. Where is your own deep? It was chaotic. The earth was without form. What part of your own earth in your life is without form, is void? Move over it. Brood over it. Meditate how you want it to be, and like God, turn and say, let there be light. In that thing, he says you are the light of the world. What does light do? It brings clarity. It brings definition. It makes sure you're not in the dark. You are a walking light. But in your own life, there is darkness. And you're sitting down there, you're accepting it. We need to wake up and join my How to Thinking School. It will change your life.
Okay, nice. Mind Matters with Kemi Oyesola this morning. And she has said everybody should wake up. Now, I have like some 5 minutes to go. And I'm going to ask you this. We say that people should live transformed life. Shemilore, you set me up. Now, living a transformed life means different things to different people. How can individuals define what transformation means to them?
Okay.
And so not in a very let's break it down to as babies.
Nitty-gritty. Yeah. This is how I understood what transformation means. I read the Bible a lot. So I be ye transformed by the renewal. I said, what does that mean?
What does that English
what
mean?
does it mean? It's the same way I learned how to think. God helped me to use the 4 bellies of a cow, and I'll teach you that if you ever come in contact with me. And in this one, he taught me that transformation is metamorphosis. Okay. And that is it. So I went on YouTube and I learned and Google. You know, they're both free universities, so you have no excuse. And I went to learn what transformation means via metamorphosis. Because that word transformation actually is the Greek word metamorpho, which means transformation, not change. The difference between change and transformation is, if you have a red pencil and a yellow pencil, the red pencil change to a yellow pencil. So the color of the pencil is red. But if you have a red pencil, you get a pen. Yeah. Now that is transformation because you are going upwards. They are not the same. They are not similar. So this is what transformation is. You can also get it from the frog because that goes through metamorphosis. But I use the monarch butterfly. It's supposed to be the largest butterfly in the world. It starts with an egg. The size of that egg. Listen, this is you. Be ye transformed. It's not your mind being transformed. It's you being transformed by the renewing of your mind. In fact, you must start from verse 1. Be not conformed. No, you must give your bodies as a living sacrifice. So it's not this one that you are transforming, it's your spirit man. This will come and go. This will come and go. The things we see, they are temporary. The things we do not see, your thoughts, they are eternal. They are not permanent, they are eternal. And they create what we see. That's why you need to learn how to think. So the egg of a monarch butterfly is the size of the tip of a pencil, the lead of the pencil. They lay it on a leaf. It lasts 3 to 5 days. Within 3 to 5 days, it must hatch into the caterpillar or larva. It starts to eat. The first thing that caterpillar does is it eats the shell of the egg, and then it eats the leaves, the leaf it is laid on, because the butterfly knows it has to eat. Then after 12 to 14 days, it changes into the pupa, so it covers itself with this cocoon, and it stays there 10 to 12 days. Between 10 and 12 days, the butterfly comes out. When the butterfly comes out, it stretches out its wings and it dries. Notice all those 4 stages. None of them look alike. Next thing you need to notice is what the egg could do, the larva can do more. What the larva can do, the pupa can do more. What the pupa can do, the butterfly can do more. Finally, the last thing you need to understand is the butterfly can give birth to an egg. The egg cannot give birth to an egg. So if you do not transform, therefore giving birth to more, not of you, but more that will impact the world, you have not transformed. Okay. That is transformation.
Hello, good morning.
Hello. Hello.
Good morning. Good morning. Please reduce the volume of your radio set. Okay.
This is Mr. Tony.
Again.
Calling from.
Go ahead. We know where you are calling us from.
Okay. She's talking like a pastor. She's preaching like a pastor.
See, me, I'm just taking notes. Like you are taking notes.
I'm not a pastor.
So I'm just wondering. She mentioned spirit man. What is it about spirit man? I don't understand that word.
Spirit man.
Explain it.
Okay. Yes. I'm coming first, quickly. Thank you, ma, for being very vibrant. You know how to uplift people's spirit. And from what you're saying, you can be what you want if you believe you are free. Because sometimes we feel because we don't have money, we don't get help from family. So we feel that we are alone. Good job, ma. Felix. Okay, it's Felix. Now, 1 minute. Please explain spirit man to Mr. Tony. Because he already has spirit man. But
you are a spirit. You have created a spirit. And you're a spirit man.
Okay, now
you're a man that has a spirit. I like that expression you've brought here. I will think about it. Maybe it's a wrong expression.
Okay,
you're a spirit. Period.
Yes. Anyway, a signals on 91.3. I have 2 more minutes to go. Now, in your outlook to life, and you've come across different people. What is the one thing that you've seen that people are lacking?
They just don't know how to think.
So
I can't say it.
Come closer to work. They don't know how
They
to
just
think.
don't know how to think, or they don't think. They know how to think. They don't think, and some don't know how to think.
Okay. So the next question will be, how then do we think? Yeah.
You've got to learn that your mindset is different from your thought set. You've got to learn that something gives birth to something else. And until you understand that it's not your external that gives birth to your external, but what's inside of you and what you do with it that gives birth to what you have on the outside, you will never move forward. You've got to sit down and be a student and learn and use what you learn. Without that, you ain't changing nothing and you ain't transforming nowhere.
So on that note, I think I need to stand on that and say thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about Mom, and then happy 60th.
Thank you.
Happy 60th birthday to everyone who's listening. I'm still going to bring her back. That one.
I want to come back.
She cannot escape because it's been a lot of taking. Thank you for encouraging a lot of younger and older women, and keep doing what you're doing. We're watching. Till we come your way again next week, Saturday, like we always say on Signals, Dream Again. I don't want to let you go, but I had to let you go.
Dream again.
Dream again. Create opportunities for people, and because people will be people, keep creating opportunities. Have a wonderful week, and God bless.
Thank you. Bye. I love you.